back. A major ruling from the U.S. Supreme Court today is changing the way lower federal courts can block federal policies. While the decision tightens the reins on judicial power, it also leaves some big legal questions like the future of birthright citizenship unanswered. In a 6-3 ruling, the Supreme Court limited the power of lower federal courts, saying they can no longer issue nationwide injunctions. The decision means judges can only block federal policies for the people directly involved in a case, not the entire country. The case focused on immigration, but the ruling could impact lawsuits on a range of issues. The court did not weigh in on birthright citizenship, leaving that legal question unresolved. Our Kim McCoy has more on how legal experts are seeing things play out.
The U.S. Supreme Court made headlines today with a ruling that limits the power of lower federal courts. But it's what the courts didn't decide that has legal experts watching closely: the future of birthright citizenship.
It was limited to more of the procedural aspects. It didn't really get into the meat of the issue, if you will.
The case dealt with immigration policy, but many had hoped the court would use it to clarify whether children born in the U.S. to undocumented immigrants are guaranteed citizenship under the 14th Amendment, which states all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. But it's much more complicated than that.
A clarifying section in that executive order that allows citizenship for individuals that at least one parent had legal status in the United States at the time of their birth. So with the practical point, and what would be an issue practically is, okay, so how are these states going to enforce this executive order?
With no clear answer, the debate over who qualifies as a citizen at birth remains unsettled, leaving open the possibility of future legal challenges and differing interpretations in lower courts.
Immigration attorneys are already adding more individuals, more states to the lawsuits that are already filed. They're going to file more lawsuits. And so it's going to increase the amount of litigation that's actually going to debate this issue.
Experts say the ruling could also reshape how immigration cases and other constitutional challenges going forward.
But we also have to remember that when the pendulum swings the other way, this same legal principle will apply to other political policy executive orders. So that it seems like it's going to be a firm legal principle from now on.
Both experts say they expect the issue to be at the forefront of the next Supreme Court term. In Huntsville, Kim McCoy, Fox 54 News.
The next Supreme Court term is set to begin in October. You can watch President Trump's remarks to the Supreme Court decision on our streaming app, Fox 54 Plus. It's available on most streaming devices. Download on your TV and watch for free.